Guys, we took a pause so that you could digest the full first half of the Dunwells, and now we're going to give you the Dunwells part 2.
Part 2, because you can't get enough of the Dunwells.
And there's there's 2 of them. That makes sense.
And there's 2 of them, so we give them 2 episodes.
Yes.
2 drinks.
Yes. That was fun.
2 recipes.
They're great.
2 everything. This is part 2. And the Dunwells are known for, I bug them about this all the time and joke about it a lot. They do everything together. And so I love this is extra fun to have them together for this, talking about all of the things that they do together. Because they do we talked a lot about golf for some reason too in this, didn't we?
I didn't know
by we, I mean you guys.
Yeah, I didn't know they liked golf so much. So I was very excited to learn that.
Yeah, I didn't know you liked golf so much either. So I learned a lot about everyone all at once.
Well, you should try it. It's fun. I feel like you enjoy it. It's very peaceful.
Listen, I did try golfing one time when I was in, I want to say I was in 8th grade. And if everyone wants to know briefly what happened, I had a crush on this guy called Trevor. He took me, we went to the golf course driving range thingy. He tried to help me with the swing, by putting his arms around me, and I swang and just whacked him in the head.
Like a 90s movie.
Thing. Club. Yeah, it was very much like a movie.
Yeah.
A rom-com.
Yeah. Trevor must not have done a good job showing you how to play golf, because it's...
Trevor was trying to make out with me, I think.
Nice.
And instead he got whacked in the head pretty hard with a golf club.
Oh, gosh.
Whoops.
Whoopsie daisies.
That's about the extent of my golfing real-life experience. But anyways, you can hear all about the Dunwells' love for it in this podcast.
Yeah, and some really cool golf courses they played on, or at least one that I can recall.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of cool info. I hope you guys love the Dunwells as much as we do, although no one loves them as much as Leslie does.
That's true. So here we go. Enjoy part 2 with the Dunwells.
All right, we're here with David Dunwell. We're going to make a whiskey sour.
Excited.
A lot of whiskey.
Is this when you say a lot, are we measuring this out to 2?
Yeah.
2?
So it says 2 ounces.
Put 3 in.
Yeah. Fall.
Put 5
I'm going to do...
Can I try it now?
Yeah. It's just...
You made it.
It's sugar and water.
It's making it sound like it's the most magical... How long did it take to craft?
It's sugar.
It tastes like sugar and water.
Okay, and then we will crack 2 egg whites in here.
Okay.
Shake it, yeah.
Shake it like a chicken.
Shake it 30 seconds non-stop. Ready? 30 seconds. And go!
God, I'm exhausted. See.
We're not doing so good, everybody. Cheer them on! No!
7, 6, 5,
4, 3, 2, 1.
Good.
Yeah, you're good. 30 seconds.
I'm genuinely sweating. It's for you, kids.
Guys, it exploded.
2 more.
That was wild. That was crazy.
It's okay, I've got this.
That's a lot of froth.
Ooh.
Here's an ampersand ice cube for you.
Hey, look at this.
Some ends to it.
Careful with that one. That's a heavy
Whoa.
guy.
Drop your balls in.
Your hand was smiling too. So here's a whiskey sour.
Cheers, Luke.
Let's try it out. It's so easy to drink.
You can taste the egg.
This is whiskey
It is
sour.
very sour.
Yeah, it's actually really tasty.
It's nice.
Enjoy Dave's cologne. Bye.
Strong.
And let's have no loud noises.
Yeah, no loud noises and keep your clothes on, please.
All right. Cheers. Thanks for making that whiskey
Cheers,
sour.
that was
Sorry,
honestly,
sorry it exploded
thank
on
you.
us.
I feel like
That
this
was eventful.
It's really tasty. A really thoughtful flip on the cocktail that I originally chose. I bragged about my margarita skills and then announced that I didn't really like tequila, and I'm a fan of whiskey, and this is what we've come with.
It's nice.
It's actually really tasty.
I don't really taste any of the. It's Jameson in there. I don't really taste it.
And it's delightful actually.
Oh,
Fresh.
Do they?
What's the because I was you and Dave were making it, but what's the ingredient that makes it sour? The lemon,
It's
lemon
juice, yeah.
lemon juice,
lemon juice, bitters, egg white, and whiskey.
You can
It's
also
nice.
use
It's really nice.
aquafaba
Oh, and it's a little bit of a...
It's like
yeah.
Sour Patch.
It is a little sour
for the
patchy,
white
yeah.
part.
Aqua.
It's called
Aquafaba.
aquafaba. Faba?
Fava? Like fava bean?
Yeah, maybe fava. Aquafaba.
You know fava
Aquafaba.
beans like you make hummus
It's
with
the
and stuff?
Yeah, yeah.
it's the juice in the chickpea jar or whatever, or probably in any bean jar.
Yeah.
And I did that.
Like if
once.
you were vegan, you'd have to use that
yeah,
over
you would
an
use that,
egg,
and
I
if you
guess.
shake it, it does the same kind of thing, but without.
And then the
chicken
top
and
of the
bacon.
Can you
color
do
is
that?
just little
Can you
bitters.
use that stuff for baking as well?
I don't know, probably.
Or
But not instead of eggs.
Or making pancakes.
No, like as a
It's like a
glue?
melder.
No, you have to use a different thing for that, which is called xanthan gum. We could talk about this on a different baking podcast later if you want
But
to.
do you know what I mean, though?
I do know exactly what you
Songs,
mean.
Spirits and baking.
Yeah,
We like song spirits and spiraling.
spiraling.
Yeah.
Song, spirits, and emotional.
It's just got to be alliteration. That's all.
Yeah. So
Yeah, where you guys left off when we switched around was you had signed, you'd done your 12 songs in
Yeah.
Austin.
Yeah.
Willie Nelson, golf,
Golf.
lots of golf. Did you play golf when you were down there?
Yeah, we did.
they
I mean, you
their
brought your
clubs.
clothes, but like sometimes you get so busy you don't
No, we played
actually
about
use them.
four. We played 4 times. I remember the first day that we all like it was like a ceremony. We all stood on the first tee. Do you remember this?
I do.
See, there's like the fog in the morning underneath
No,
your feet.
well, no, it was like, let's do
The album will be
and we
born.
all stood on the first tee of Willie Nelson's golf course, and do you know when people big you up? So Dave was like, "Oh, you got to watch Joe. He's a good golfer. You got to watch Joe. He's a good golfer. You got to watch." I'm
a lot of
so
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure.
yeah.
nervous.
Yeah.
Also, the golf course is not a place to like feel nerves because then you've one chance to hit that ball.
Yeah, and
One
like,
chance.
yeah, and it was literally one of them. Like, and everyone got up and hit the ball, and it went like, way, and then it went way, and he was like, "You got to watch Joe. He's gonna bomb this," and like, way, and it got to my turn, and I was like, "I'm gonna have to hit this so far," and it went so far right. It was the most shot out of all of the 12 people that were on, and it was terrible. And I'm like, and I want my deep down, I wanted to go, no, guys, come back, I promise. The next shot,
I can do it. No, I can do it.
But everyone who was working at the studio obviously weren't joining us on the golf, so they all
They were
walked
just
in
on the whole
and
one.
never saw another shot.
Yeah, that was it.
And Joe did great.
After
that.
absolutely.
After that.
It's the pressure.
Yeah.
It gets to all of us, man. Yeah. So you guys were on the road essentially from then to now. Not
Yeah,
really.
so
We were on the road pretty much from 2012 to 2016, just touring that album, really, weren't we? Well, 2015, touring that album.
yeah, so we finished that album, went out, we toured it. As I said, we were the independent record label based in Austin, Texas.
Sorry. Our guest opened a beer and Leslie's losing it.
I'm
You got James Oliver in the corner over here, guys.
You're like, it's like worse because it's like, it's like hidden under here.
I'm just going to take this photo. Oh, one more waving. All right.
So good.
Sorry. Back
Yeah,
to...
so we recorded our first album, Blind Sight of Faith, and we were the luckiest guys. As I said, we came from the Pudsey, and we are making this record, and we're traveling around, and we toured, and it became this relentless schedule of touring 9 weeks on around the US, and 6 weeks home, 9 weeks on, a couple of weeks in Europe, a couple of weeks at home, and back out on touring again, and we
got so good at living out of a suitcase.
It was great, and it was, and you guys are artists as well, so you know this, like,
Not that intensely, but yeah.
but you're constantly trying to try and break individual markets, and we'd hit really lucky in some great ones. We were great. We're doing so well in Colorado, and our single was doing
makes sense,
fantastic out there, and it was really like dictating how we were doing. In the charts, and Joe mentioned that I Could Be a King, our first single, was doing really well on AAA radio and Hot AC radio, and it was creating opportunities like national television shows like Jay Leno and radio station coverage, and it was doing great. And I remember our A&R person saying to us, "You guys are absolutely blowing up, and thanks to Colorado or the Denver area, even in particular, really the radio station's really getting behind you. This is having such an impact on you. This is going to be great. They want you to play the Red Rocks." So we went and played a Red Rocks sold-out show, 70-minute set. Not a little snivelly little couple of songs. We got to play our entire...
Are you serious?
We played Red Rocks to 9,000 people.
Oh my
all
gosh.
part of the radio station. The radio station, it was a community event, so there was all of Denver, Colorado area were there. It was like, I remember, and our record label, as I mentioned, was in Austin, Texas. And we were going through a crossover period at that point where this album was doing really well, and as I mentioned, Kevin Womack was so invested in the band, but really wanted to do well and wanted to move us to a slightly larger label, and we licensed to a bigger label in LA, and they came to this Denver, Colorado show. Wow. And it was great. Stood there because it took an hour and a half to sign merchandise.
So the queue for the merch literally went from the bottom of Red Rocks. I don't know if you've ever been to Red Rocks.
No, I haven't.
But it was like from the bottom of I think there's like hundreds of steps from the bottom of Red Rocks to the top of the amphitheatre. And Kevin was like, "Here you go, here's the band," to the record label that he was pitching us to.
It was so easy. You guys made his job so easy.
So that was really impactful on our. And then we set off going out with this single that now is part of Concord, and
sorry,
in the same.
Sorry,
so it's the same.
I'm stopping
single.
you for a second. Sorry. Did you guys in that moment while you're at Red Rocks and like 9,000 people, did you like pause and have a moment there while you were there, or were you like too in this thing and it's amazing, like you kind of missed it and now you realize how amazing it was?
We knew how amazing it was, and we were so like, because I've always wanted to, like, we've seen U2 at Red Rocks, and we're fans of Mumford & Sons, and they've now done that, that Road to Red Rocks. Right. And that we can now say we've played it, but I feel like we were so invested in us as a band, we were just focused on what we were doing on stage. It was like,
I mean, maybe that's good.
We could see the energy and we could see it, but we were almost also a little bit like, separate. What's the next gig that we have to get to? Right. Hey, tour manager, when do we need to be in the van to get to the next venue? And I also remember like loading the vans out, and there was raccoons all over the bins.
I do remember that as well.
And we I'm like 5 English guys in
watching a raccoon
in Colorado.
Yeah. That's a bigger memory.
Like
it's a huge squirrel.
It was amazing, but like, so I never take it for granted. It was unbelievable and a changing experience, but I don't feel like we were like, do you understand what I mean? I don't feel like we were like, and this is going to be the thing that gets us to the thing.
But just like in that moment, I was telling Leslie recently, it's more like taking a step back and looking how far you've come. And this is kind of great hearing your story, because I'm getting that. Like, you guys started separately, you got kind of put together, and you kind of just kept going and going. So it's like, it's just cool to hear. So I was telling her it's good to be able to do that.
It's
sometimes.
Hard to have that perspective,
step back and look.
When you're in it, though.
Yeah, but when you're in it, it's hard to.
And you still feel like you're schlepping around, and you're just kind of like doing like
packing up the van with the raccoons
it's all.
and stuff.
It's like life as usual, but also oh my god. But also you kind of, I feel like sometimes you're in a bit of a zone where you don't fully appreciate or realize until later. Yeah,
I feel like
that was really cool. You know,
it's good to remind yourself. I feel like now more than ever, I take more photos of situations that I've been in just to remind myself. I'm like, oh, remember when I did that? Remember when? I did. Even though I don't post it on social media for the affirmation, I'm like, oh, I need to go. We've done this podcast today, and it will come back in 10 years' time and go, do you remember when we did that podcast with Luke and Leslie? And this is where my life was at that point in time. I'm like. And I'm so grateful for that. Do you know what I mean?
I do, yeah.
I feel like you said to me not that long ago, Joe, about something about how you do sometimes. I think you two very frequently, you're very good at being really realistic and honest about the music business and all the sides of it, and it's complicated and it can be really hard. But you're also exceedingly good at being like I remember you saying to me something about we're just two guys from like Leeds, whatever it was. Where are you actually from?
Puddy, you're absolutely right. Centre of the universe, Puddy.
And like now we're here in like you do seem to have a really good grasp on being very, very aware and appreciative of how amazing it is, like the experiences that you guys have had. And also you work so hard.
Because I feel like the rug can be taken from under your feet at any point. Yeah. And we've realised that along the whole of our journey, you know.
Yeah.
We were playing the Colorado show and that was great. But like, the best example to support what you're talking about, how the rug can be taken out. There was... It was a Batman showing of The Dark Knight. It was around the time that Dark Knight was on, and there was a shooting in the cinema.
Oh, right.
Oh, wow.
We were not even involved in that.
This.
And it was horrendous, awful,
Yeah.
awful that it happened. But it also had an effect on us as a band because we had a lyric in the song at the time going, I could be a superhero staring down the barrel of a gun.
Oh, right.
So then they took the song off the radio.
Oh, wow.
And
How
it fell off the charts.
wild is that? Like a crazy
So we talk
butterfly
about the
effect.
highs, but it got to here, and it could have gone to here.
Right.
And also the reality of it is we still toured, we still continued.
Yeah.
Doing in our insular, like my memories of Red Rocks was sitting at the top and running up and down with Joe, telling my manager that I'd stopped smoking for 1 year.
Yeah.
You know, because he asked me to stop smoking and I was like, I'm so freaking proud and I'm doing it and I was fit and I was trying my best.
I'll prove it to you. Check out this Colorado venue that's got no oxygen. I'm going to run to the top.
Yeah.
And then when it became after, they were like, you need to go and make another record.
Yeah.
And we were with the label and we were successful enough to venture into another record.
Yeah.
But also the experience was so real the whole time. Like it wasn't like there's loads of money or there's instant sold out venues or there's instant recognition wherever you are. We were coming back to empty rooms, to one half sold out room, to a fully sold out room, back to an empty room again, and that's the way it was all the time, no matter what success.
And people back home would only ever see the glitz and gold,
the highest of the high.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I once remember going, but we'd just finished a 9-week tour, and our income that we'd made out in America hadn't been transferred to our account at that time, and they were like, "Oh, you've signed a deal, and you know, the drinks are on you, mate. Drinks are on you." And I'm like, and in the back of my head, I'm like, if only you knew that this was my last £20 that I have for the week. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And then you could go, well, why are you spending it in the bar? But
So we've been irresponsible our entire
Don't
lives.
ask us that. We started a podcast. It's literally about music and drinking.
So
wow.
But I was a kid back then, you know.
Yeah, totally. I get that.
Great. And then the second album came out and we had an option to actually take a bit more control.
Yeah.
And then when we had that, we decided that we were going to work with a producer that we wanted to work. We were a big fan of a band called Codaline at the time.
Yeah.
And we were like, I want to work with that guy. And our tour finished in Seattle. And we'd found out that this particular producer had just finished his record with Dave Matthews in Seattle. And I'm like, I'm in.
Yeah.
This is so like.
So we were prepared. We were prepared as a band to actually extend the time that we were out there. We were like, our manager was like the car was driving here, and we thought he was here, so we were going to get to Seattle, and we were going to go, we'll extend the time that we're out in America, and you know, maybe spend a bit of time with him and fly out from Seattle later. But you know, we got to Seattle and he was like, oh, he's not there, so you're gonna have to get the normal flight that you'd intended to get.
Right.
So, it was really weird. It was like the whole trip we were expecting to like get a phone call back, and we'd reached out to other producers that we really wanted to work with at the time, like Manny Mariquin or other people that, like, you know, the dream list of like producers. And we were like, oh, we would love to work with them, but there's this one producer, Steve Harris, that we'd like to work with as well. And then when we got on the plane from Manchester, flew back home, our US manager texted us and went, you're not going to believe this, but he lives an hour and a half away from you in Yorkshire.
No.
And I was like, really? And he's like, yeah. And he's happy to take a meeting with you and go and have a chat and see.
Yeah.
So,
In a little village called Killam,
Right.
just outside of Driffield,
On
which
the-
is an
the
hour
Scarborough.
and 40 minutes away from us.
That's crazy.
so it's really weird. And once again, believing in the whole, things are meant to be, serendipity and all that jazz. Mm-hmm. I was like, okay, this is great. Well, so we went home. We spent a couple of weeks at home with our family, and then we went out to go and meet Steve. Hit it off. I'm still to this day find him one of the most
He plays golf as well.
influential. He does play golf.
I feel like you can trust someone who plays golf.
Yeah, Keith.
Well, our first meeting was at his home golf course.
He's got a home golf course?
Well, not his home
I love
golf
how
course.
this whole thing is becoming
His
about
golf course.
His
It's so
golf course
random.
nearby. Okay.
His golf course that he plays at. He's like, if we're going to do a business meeting, we'll do it on the golf course. It is.
That's such a cliche, but
I was going
love
to say
it.
that's such a corporate thing to do.
Yeah.
But anyways, okay, go on. Yep.
We'll talk business on the course.
Yeah. So then what happened?
We
Dave?
made a record that we really loved.
Yeah. What's that one called?
Well, it started, it was always going to be Light Up the Sky. We'd
Yeah.
written the songs while we were touring.
Yeah.
And then we went to his, and we recorded some at Parr Street where Coldplay had recorded, some down here in London. And we just, found studios that we really liked. The Chapel was a really nice studio that we worked in. And then also his own personal studio in his barn that he had in his property.
Next to his golf course.
No, definitely not next to his golf course.
And we made a great record. It was really good.
Yeah.
But we didn't have any real A&R with the record. So
Right.
the label were funding it and backing it, but they didn't really give us any input in regards to in regards to the direction that they were looking at. Like the boring side, the marketing side of it, but they didn't really give us much of that direction. They just left us to do whatever we wanted to do.
Right.
And
And do you know what? It was so much fun.
oh god,
No, I can't
To be
imagine.
able to do
Yeah.
that, to have that freedom,
Yeah.
to go, we want to do this.
Yeah.
yeah, to handpick the producer you want to work with,
Yeah.
and have a budget to go and do that,
Yeah.
and not be told what to make is like the dream.
Were you guys ready? You said you were writing the songs on tour.
I was
But we
gonna ask you
were
that.
we were semi writing the songs on tour.
Okay, so you had like ideas and like.
And then, do you remember that?
Snippets.
Do you remember the 10-track album that Dave spoke about?
Yeah.
When
you only had 10 tracks?
When we first started,
Yeah.
there was probably 4 or 5 of
With the
those
MP3
5
player?
of those tracks that
Random
never
like that.
Yeah.
never made the 12 tracks for
Right.
for the band, but they were
Right.
like rough demos that we would dig into. Do you know, we were like looking for scraps and
I
not
see.
scraps, but we
Oh,
were
no, but you
looking
get
for
ideas and like maybe like molded into something. different,
songs
right?
like "Sleepless Nights" and.
Yeah, we
what else?
literally took like little snippets of them demos and actually embedded them into the tracks. Yeah, it was great.
That's
It was
awesome.
Best,
Did
is,
you-
Best is yet to come, and some good.
That's
good
so cool.
Did you road test songs before? Like, would you
No.
play new songs
Mate,
when you were on
mate,
tour
we
before
road tested.
you would have?
We road tested "Light Up the Sky" and we road tested "Communicate" of a different version. We might, no, and that the rest of it we did. None of it was road tested. It was like all very studio built.
Yeah.
That's right, isn't it?
No, absolutely, and I think that was the positive and the negative. So from a creative point of view, that changed everything for us. Put the control in. As we mentioned before, we weren't really familiar with studios and didn't particularly enjoy being in those studios in that sense. But then we all of a sudden started to make the music that we wanted to make with no guidance. So we were literally just doing what we felt was right.
Yeah.
And then when we'd finished making this record, there was 14 tracks. I remember the A&R from the LA came over to this tiny little pub in Killam.
Killam.
Isn't that funny? Yeah.
And we ate there, and then we walked over to the studio, which is in the barn.
Yeah.
And then we played this record, and he went, "I love what you're doing.
Yeah.
It's great.
This sounds
It's
like a movie, the way you're
cool." No,
describing
does.
it, but yeah.
He says, "But you're missing a single." And I hated that. And I was
Communicate is like a. Is that not a kind of?
I'm like, we've worked so hard on this record, but
Did you have like a favorite that you guys were both like? This is.
Do you know what it was? It was weird
At that
because
point.
on the very first album, it was weird. The very first album, it was like whoever started the idea of the song and wrote the song was the lead singer of that song. So I Could Be a King. I started I might have written the first half of the song. We all finished it together, and then I would be the lead singer. Elizabeth, Dave would started the idea, or pretty much wrote 100% of that song. We all put it together. He sang the lead vocal. So when we put the second album together, we were like, well, this was my idea. Not. We were never precious about it. It was like, it was like, I've started this idea, so I'm just going to sing it. And Dave had a bunch of songs, 50-50. So Dave was originally the lead singer of the song Light of the Sky. You know?
Just for the record, that's when we had the massive record label, and just let you know that was
Thank you
things
for
going
that.
really well.
Thanks for the reminder. It's helpful.
What changed?
It all went downhill.
And then what happened?
No. So when we produced the second album with Steve Harris, we just went, well, Dave's Light of the Sky, he's going to sing lead vocals, and I've written this song, and I'll sing lead vocals. And
I mean,
it's
it's kind of cool.
It's like a 50-50
like that,
a 50-50 split.
Yeah.
But there was always this like, who's the lead singer? Who's the person?
Mm-hmm.
And then we went.
Who gets the double bed?
Yeah. And then when we went into these writing rooms that Dave's now just about to talk about, but like we were sitting, our head of radio in the UK came, looked at the album, went, we could do with one maybe 4 more songs for this album, you know, a couple of singles. We're willing as a label to put you in a bunch of writing rooms and experience this. I then started singing pretty much all of the top line in all of the songs, and then went back to the old stuff that me and Dave did, you know, Light of the Sky, and re-vocaled them as the lead singer as well. So there is a version somewhere where Dave sings lead vocals for that song.
Spectacular. I listen to it daily.
Yeah, I can imagine that. Yeah, that makes sense. So then, was that also the first time that you guys did co-writing really with outside of your own yourselves?
So that was it.
So we'd started. We'd never done it. It was a weird thing how it just changed.
You guys always co-wrote, you
with
know?
each other.
Yeah, but
outside of your
we
family.
are one mind when it comes to writing, because we educated ourselves on writing together.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when we think about writing, we don't really look at it as a co-write with me and Joe. We just think
You're just
like
writing.
we're
that makes sense.
subliminally just speaking to each other about.
I mean, you came up doing the exact same trajectory.
I think
kind
there is
of like,
something in that. Like, you know, when you
Sure.
find someone that you create things together, you do become like one mind.
Yeah.
And then we ended up going around the rooms, around the UK, LA, Europe. Whenever we were on tour, the label would put us in writing rooms, and collaborating with other artists became everything. And
Did you have any resistance to that at first, or you were pretty open to it?
We were so
you were
keen
really open to it. Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
to please the label.
Right.
Like, they've been so good to us. Like, and I'll never speak badly about the label. Like, they were amazing. They are amazing. We're still friends with most of the people.
Yeah.
Concord Music Group are fantastic. Kevin Womack is great.
Yeah.
Like, genuinely,
Legend.
no ill feeling to any of it. We failed them as much as they failed us on the failures, and we won together when it went really well.
Yeah.
And when they put that investment in to allow us to go travelling, we found ourselves in tiny little rooms, kitchen tables with great writers, or little outhouses with minimal equipment but great recordings. And it changed. Like, it became like the thing that we were uncomfortable about working in studios, suddenly working one-to-one and caring about what came back in the speakers became more important. Yeah. And like,
it stopped being about the gear.
Songs,
And just started being about like what the song.
Yeah.
And when we went out, we wrote all the songs. Half the album, like Joe said, 4 to 5 tracks out of 12 came from those sessions as opposed to the Steve Harris sessions.
Right.
And it put together as this Light of the Sky album, which I'm really super proud of. I think it's a great album that we genuinely worked. You know, in the world of, you know, you have all the time in the world to make album 1. We genuinely made all the time in the world to make album 2 as well.
Right. Nice.
And when we made it, we put it out. It was really, really exciting and sad in equal measure, because we'd spent all of our time, energy and budget writing, and we knew that something else had to happen when we released the record.
In order for it to fly,
And the label worked really hard, and we really worked hard, but nothing stuck.
Right.
And it came to the point that it was album 3.
Yeah.
You know, after multiple more touring and great opportunities, brilliant stories, great fun, and songs that we play today that I'm super proud of, that still to this day still do something for us.
And stand the test of time, yeah, definitely.
We were put in a position where we had to go and make the next one, and we decided between us and the label that rather than picking up option 3, we would independently release music.
Yeah.
And that's when things totally changed, because we built a studio in my loft. When I say built a studio, I mean we just went back to the very original.
Did you drill your speakers into
we literally went back to
undrilled the speakers.
Undrilled the speakers from the other, re-drilled them.
Yeah.
Just for everyone listening from North America, a loft over here is an attic.
An attic,
essentially.
Yeah. And we set off from there, and we did it, and we started because we had like this publishing agreement, which we were really keen for not just our music, but any music to be featured on TV shows and things like that. We were really excited about that. We wanted to give them as much material as possible. So we invited people to our little studio space, and we started working with no intention of being producers. But technically, we'd kind of been producing right from the very start. You know, we knew what we were doing, but we never classed
because we'd always
ourselves.
make a demo and then take that demo to producer who was going to then produce us. Do you know what I mean? We were like,
but you'd already
here's our vision, but we don't know how to really make it polished. Animal, for example.
Yeah. And then some of the artists that we were working with, Megan O'Neill stands out, who was an Irish singer-songwriter, and Lucy May Walker. She stands out as well.
A guy called Christian Burrows.
And Christian Burrows at the time. They were like, I really just like these demos. Like, do you want to produce?
So those were kind of co-writes that you had done with them?
Yeah.
And that's how the demos came
and
about?
we were like, we are now producers.
Look at us.
I felt really insecure, but we were like, okay, well, but we need a better space.
So all of this, we were in between, like, deciding whether we were going to go with the album 3, pick up the next option, and we were doing a lot of co-writing with new and up and coming artists or friends and anybody who would be willing to write a song with us. And then we met a bunch of people around us who then were willing to help us, like financially help work things out where we could then but then be able to pay the rent on a studio in Leeds. So it made the decision a little bit easier as well. So
we thought it's going to take 6 months to make this record. Let's pay 6 months rent, and that's going to stick. Right. And if they kick us out after that, and then 7 years later, we'd built an entire studio and we were working 5 nights a week, 5 days a week, whatever it was, we were constantly collaborating with as many people. In that time, we made our 3rd record, then our 4th record. We did multiple, like, our music was featured on Netflix, television shows. We had multiple iTunes singer-songwriter charting hits, and there were like little glimmers of like, oh, this really works doing this independently, and it just changed the idea of who we were as artists.
Right.
And now we're very much embedded into that.
Yeah.
Now we like continuing from that. We still always collaborate with artists that we care about and producers that we like to work with. We work in our own studio space, which we've now moved from that one particular space now last year to a larger, more isolated, out of the way space that we really wanted to work with. And we run our own writing retreats.
Yeah.
Where we collaborate.
Where you met Luke.
Where Luke came. And we wrote an absolute banger.
Yeah.
We really did.
It was so good.
Yeah.
It was like, it was so great. And our writing retreats they're out in France, aren't they?
It was when I was there.
Yeah. It was when I was there too.
Were we all in France at the same time?
I think so.
We have a lot in common. Wait, were you there?
Yeah. I'm the guy that worked with Luke who wrote the banger.
Right, I was there for that. Yeah.
That was a great time.
Yeah.
Thanks for inviting me, Leslie.
Well, it was my pleasure. But I feel like one of the things that I always joke about, and you guys maybe don't know that I do this, but I joke to other people that, like, you guys could ask me to do any. Remember when you, a couple weeks ago, you're like, come meet us for beers. I will basically, like, even last night with the, like, going out with, for the sink drinks or whatever, it was just like, I was saying to Alex, she was like, what's happening? I'm like, I don't know. I will do whatever these people tell me. Like, anything that the Dunwells ask me to, I'll just say yes automatically. I don't even think. I was like, yep, that sounds great. But I think because you guys have such, I've never met two people that work harder. Like, you are always,
thank you.
And yet every time I see you, I feel so energized. And I was saying to Luke one time.
It's a lot of positive energy. It's good.
a lot of, but what I really like
Like
is.
sickening positive energy.
What's that?
I'm all for it.
Yeah. Good.
I
Some
like
people
a
are.
mix. So I'm like, but I do love this about you because we have a lot of really, really honest conversations, don't we, about like the reality of the situation, and then also kind of finding the light within it somehow. But I feel like I remember once, well, during COVID, I was saying, I think I was talking about this recently on the podcast, but when I came up during COVID, when there was a break in the lockdown, I think I came up one time, and I just remember walking in. And I was so bleak. Like, I wasn't bleak, but I was just like in my head just being like, you know, when you kind of start to think like, oh, if I just had this, everything would feel different. Or if I just had that, like, or you think that about like, oh, if I just had a spouse, you know, or if I just had some kids, or if I just had a record label, if I just had whatever. And I just remember, I think COVID really highlighted a lot of that stuff for people. And I remember walking into your studio, and we still didn't like, we weren't nearly like that. This was kind of early days for us working together, but I just remember walking in and being like, and feeling so bleak on the train going up there and just being like, do you ever just think like, what the fuck? and you were both like, all the time, mate. All the time.
I still do now.
And then we went in, I remember we just had a really meaningful conversation where I was just like, oh, because you kind of from the outside, you look in and you think like, how amazing these people are doing something so amazing. They're so good at it. Obviously, this is what they should be doing. Everything's working out. Everything's going great. And then when you kind of get into like the actual day to day and you hear about the experiences and, you know, it really is, I always get jealous of you guys because you have each other to kind of feed each other and help to kind of, I need a brother, you know, so I just made you guys my brothers. But like,
you are.
Thank you. I'll be your brother.
But I do believe that this industry is the most beautiful and hardest industry that you can ever be in.
And it's confusing sometimes because you're just like, why is this like the best and the worst? And I think what you guys are so good, I mean, you're good at so many things, but you're really good at community. You're really good at bringing people together, which is what happens at the retreats. It's really special. And somehow I think like you, like I feel like I obviously like we're besties, but in the back of my mind, I'm like, but are you also besties with other people? You know what I mean? Like everybody feels.
Dave Dunwell genuinely is my best friend.
Do you know how many other brothers I've got?
Oh my gosh, you have a lot of brothers.
How many
but
do
you know what I mean? You just
have
you have a warmth and a way of making people feel so welcome and so comfortable and so like special. Like I don't know what it is, but it's really, really special. That's all. I feel emotional about it.
Unbelievable.
I appreciate
like, France is like that,
Cheers,
you know?
guys.
So,
I appreciate that. I really do.
Yeah.
That was
Cheers.
heartfelt.
Oh, do you have to leave now? Is everyone have to leave? We got to call it a day?
No.
Should we
That
wait?
is really lovely, though. Thank you so much.
That is genuinely what I feel like.
You have a very
Because
warm, welcoming vibe, and
you don't sugarcoat it, but you're somehow also positive. Like it's really refreshing to have like a nice mix because there's a lot of cynicism in this business, and there's a lot of like what I would call toxic positivity of just like ooh, everything, you know. And I feel like you guys are such a beautiful mix of being really honest and still having optimism and looking for ways to make things work and find answers and bring people together and be collaborative, and it feels like a community. And I feel like that's really special.
I think because I still believe in the craft. I still believe in the
And
people
you
that you
hear
surround.
that
I
in
still
how you
believe in
write.
the people that you surround yourself. I believe that you are, and you, James, and David are one song, one moment, one opportunity away from riches beyond what you could ever imagine. And riches isn't just financial. It's riches could be I've met the right person in my life, and riches could be I've got the best band that I could ever fucking stand on stage with, and riches could be do you know, I've decided to become a solo artist, Dave Dunwell, who decided, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That we are literally,
Yeah.
we are literally,
time.
do you know what I mean? And I think that it's that
it is this optimism. There's an optimism and a hope.
that mix up of, it's like, why did you get into music first? Mm-hmm. I got into music to be around, to first of all express my feelings, write down on paper and record. I mean, the first time I heard my voice back on a recording, I was like,
"Was that the weirdest?"
Fuck me.
That's
Is that what I sound
weird.
like?
Yeah, it's so weird.
Do you know what I mean? But now I'm so used to it, and I'm like, and now I'm like, I'm gonna write for legacy. I'm gonna write like that's why I'm gonna write for. Like when I die and my children's children go, my great granddad, he was cool as fuck,
and he also had a really cool uncle.
Yeah, exactly. And remember Uncle Dave?
To me, that's the riches. Where it goes wrong for me, and I've done it many a time. Where it goes wrong for me is when I go, I'm going to do this thing for money.
Yeah.
And all of the love and all of the passion and all the reason why I'm fucking doing this thing goes out the window.
Right.
And I go, why am I doing this thing again? Because it's way easier ways of making money.
I know you can sell pictures of your feet. Just a suggestion.
I haven't tried.
I've just been told. I don't know.
Have you
Or your
actually,
biceps. Your biceps.
have you actually seen his feet?
No, maybe we should talk about that after. I take that back.
troll-like.
I take it back. I mean, everyone has a thing, right?
But do you understand what I mean, though?
Totally.
It's like, and I will probably make that mistake of I'm doing this for money multiple times throughout my career, and I will ask myself the same question. I'm going, why am I doing this thing again? Because if it's for money, then I'm doing it for the wrong reason.
You're doing it better than most, though, because not everybody asks themselves that question. You know what I mean?
We have this really funny reminder that happens at the same time every year, and I think that celebrating there has to be a point where you celebrate the win, right, with the right people. It's like, guys, we just did something really good today. Like we did this podcast. It's really cool.
And this is mega. This is so cool.
And then we celebrate it, but we don't let the ego take over. Then it becomes like, okay, I hope that was a celebration happening right there,
celebrating.
Guys.
Just keeping it real.
And then the other side of it is that sometimes the general day-to-day, as Joe mentioned about the low ends, happens, and we've got these really funny reminder that happens. So we tour. We've historically toured for the last nearly 10 years. 15 or so dates in the spring and 15 dates in the winter. The 15 spring dates lead us into a festival period, which is excitement, scary, like, is anyone going to come? You know, to why has no one booked us for a festival? To the studio's really busy and we're working, and it keeps us, that energy keeps moving. And then we hit the October dates, and then we go back out on the road again. And now we're starting to go, did we spend enough time with the family? Did we do the things that we wanted to do outside of music? Did I break 90 on the golf course?
Every time.
I did.
Joe did.
And we finished that tour, and it ends just about, around about November time.
Yeah.
And there's this bleak moment of exhaustion that hits.
Yeah.
And
January,
it's like,
February.
So one year, Joe.
Darkness, my old friend.
This is why we go to Turkey in the winter now.
You're all alone in the UK on
The
that.
patterns of this, and so Joe once.
Because then it comes to March, I'm turned a year older. I'm like, I'm getting closer to 70 now.
I
don't know why. I don't know why I put an American accent on. I just felt the need.
Okay, sorry, go on,
So
Dave.
Joe had this. Joe had this. I remember sitting in a coffee shop with Joe. End up tour. We both sat there. we were. Oh God, we were awful. And Joe's like, "I'm not doing it anymore. I'm gonna get a job.
My go-to.
I'm gonna put shorts on, and I'm gonna become a postman." And he applied to be a postman.
You did. I love that I'm going to put shorts on because that's the most important.
In his head, he thought, I don't want responsibility.
No, I want
Of
shorts.
running a band and a business and
You can't wear
touring
shorts on
and
stage.
writing songs.
I
And
just
the
want to bring
rejection.
people to post.
I just want to bring joy.
And I want to go home at night.
And do you know,
I want to deliver
here's
their
your bill.
bills. Here's your bill.
I feel like the unit.
A brown envelope from HMRC.
Oh, lovely.
There you go.
Thank you. Love you.
I feel like the universe starts to listen to you as well because like I started doing the school drop off and then I started talking to one of the parents who drop off and he was like, "Oh, I'm a postman." I was like,
Tell me more.
Hook a guy up. Hook a friend up.
Can I have your autograph?
Get out your Sharpie.
Are you in the lookout for another?
Ooh, can you introduce me to someone?
he goes, "It's a tough industry." I'm like,
Oh, I'm out. My industry's tough enough.
Wait, what?
So for some reason we fall into this algorithm from the postal service that every year it comes onto our band email going, "Hi Joe, would you still like to be a postman?"
Every year he's like,
Maybe.
Every February.
and I leave it there as a reminder
Yeah.
that you have the highs and the lows in the
Yeah.
industry. You have the moments of, why am I doing this again? Why am I doing this podcast? Why am I in London? Why am I in New York? Why am I,
Is it also a reminder that you should not wear shorts on stage? That's a rule.
Well,
No shorts
that's
on
an
stage.
unspoken rule for most musicians, I feel.
Well, I'm
his
speaking
calves?
it. I'm speaking it.
They're good.
Should we mention?
I've got strong calves.
Well, if you got strong calves, you can disregard the rule.
Yeah.
No, but it's too intimidating, really.
Do we think if I
Leave that
I
out.
don't want to.
Not in the podcast.
It'd be hard for the other people.
Wait, so not foot pics, but maybe calves.
Here we found it. See, we got there in the end. Oh, there it is.
Oh man.
Should we talk about
You
your
talked about
show in
tour.
October?
Yeah.
What's that? And
Well,
also,
you mentioned tour in October.
well, I'm just saying. Also, I just want to say for the
Shameless
winters, maybe Turkey is the answer to the winter dilemma, the winter blues.
No, because we've got families, so we can't just up sticks and leave.
No, but you could
Yeah,
come visit
Leslie.
me in Turkey for 1 to 2 weeks and write some songs. Just saying.
Yeah,
Great.
As an alternative. And get those shorts out and those calves,
watch out.
but not those feet.
Yeah, so we are going on tour I think it starts on the 17th of September. We call it a winter tour. 17th of September, running right through to the 27th
Christmas.
of December, basically.
Wow.
There's a bunch of dates. If you check our website out, which is thedunwells.com,
Nice.
Leslie is going to be supporting us, Leslie Pike,
Yeah.
on the 10th of October at St Pancras Church.
In London, England.
And I think it's close to sold out already. So
Amazing.
please,
That's
like,
nice.
yeah, jump.
I'll be
jump.
there. I'm stoked.
He
I'm
already
bringing
bought
my
tickets.
parents.
He bought
Nice.
tickets.
Yeah.
I'm going to wear shorts.
They're gonna love that. My
I
dad's a
wear
big
shorts,
calf guy.
I'm solidarity. I'll wear shorts in solidarity. Also,
Cool.
yeah.
Don't do it.
I mean, girls can pull off shorts a lot better than. Okay, let's just leave this now where we are. Cheers, guys. Let's rate this cocktail, shall we?
Guys.
Are we doing any rapid fire or anything else? Or are we good?
We can do anything you want.
Do a quick rapid fire.
I like
Let's do
this,
rapid fire.
Or do you want to do the?
Who answers first? Okay, what do we do?
We'll go. Why
Scandalous.
don't you do
Okay.
5 questions each?
All
And
right.
5 to me, 5 to Dev.
Are you produce? Do you want to produce this show now?
Yeah.
Also,
And
are
then
you
we should
available?
call the
Do I
song.
have enough? Yeah, I think I have enough.
Dave and Joe's songs.
All right, I'll just go.
Song
Okay, so
Spirits with Dave and Joe.
we're gonna do rapid fire that we do usually for everybody.
Yeah.
Well, I think we've skipped a few, but not
We have
every-
one other question
I'll
we
just
might
go back
ask
and
you.
forth with you two.
Okay.
Okay. We'll start with Dave. Early bird or night owl?
Early bird.
Early bird. Beer or wine?
Beer.
Tea or coffee?
Tea.
Truth or dare?
Dare.
Whoa!
You're
wait,
the
hold on.
first person
You're the
to
first
ever say
dare.
that.
Because
I dare you. No, I'm just kidding.
I might change mine to coffee as well. Like, I'm not too sure.
You're the first to also
You've been
do
in-
rapid. Everyone else is like,
You've been living in my house for 2 days. You've had equal coffee and tea, I'd say. So that's
Yeah,
tricky.
it's very, like, I
That's
like
a tricky
both.
one.
It's
Yeah.
I think it's I'm slightly dehydrated right now, so like after the cocktail.
Yeah,
Go,
yeah.
let's go,
Sorry,
go.
You truth or dare? You dare. Okay.
Dare. And I would always go dare because I think
because
it's
you don't like to
like living
tell
a life
the
on
truth.
the edge.
All right. We've talked to a lot of songwriters, and they always say truth. I know you're a songwriter,
development.
but you like to.
I dare.
But
I
are
feel,
you?
I feel like
But
I
are
always
you?
tell my truth.
Oh, so you don't have to worry about
It's
that
just like a
It's
given.
just part of your life.
Oh, it's part of my life. Yeah.
Okay, I like it.
Is it?
A day to
Well,
write
I'm going to
it.
ask both of you this one. Go-to karaoke song.
Oh, Free Falling.
Yeah.
Although, I got messed up a little bit the last time
So
I
my
did
go-to
it.
karaoke
The
song-
key was actually a little higher than I'm used to, and I found myself embarrassed myself.
It was good actually. He did it in Turkey. It was good on our family
Oh,
holiday.
see, you go to Turkey.
My go-to family song. My go-to karaoke song would be something like Paolo Nutini, Last Request.
Oh, okay.
I once sang James Morrison. You give me something. But I used to play it as a covers artist, and I got on the karaoke, and when I learn a cover, I don't really learn.
Yeah,
the song.
you realized you played it differently than the actual song.
Yeah, so, and I couldn't read the words fast enough because I'd had too much to drink, and the guy was like, he turned down the fader and was
Slowly
like,
as well.
Yeah, I was like,
Back away.
and that
Just
was
slowly
Joe
back away.
No one
Dunwell.
clapped. And he would just walk back, grab his drink, go in the crowd.
Yeah, true story.
Oh, that's really funny. Yeah. Sorry, I have a really quick story. I turned 24 years old and I did a karaoke and I drank far too much. And I remember trying to be a musician at that time, singing. And I did this karaoke and I couldn't sing the song. I couldn't think of the words. I was too drunk. It was my
You know, they
birthday,
put the
to be
words.
fair.
They do
It was.
actually, like, put the
I couldn't
words.
read them. It's similar to Joe here.
I understand.
And I remember being like, I'm quitting music because I cannot do this song. Like, what am I supposed to do with my life now? I'm 24 years old and I can't sing a karaoke song. It was a wild moment, but I ran home drunk, like when you're like, I was running home through my hometown.
This is rock bottom.
I was like, this is the worst night of my life. And there's like two friends chasing me. Luke, slow down. It's going to be fine. It was a wild night. And I don't know why I remember that. What have I done? Why did I sing that song? People think I'm terrible.
It's over.
Sorry, these rapid fires always lead off tangents. All right, okay.
Trauma.
Melody or lyrics?
Melody.
Melody. Oh,
Interesting.
Lyrics.
yeah. Lyrics. Okay.
This is how this works.
It's a good
I
combo
see.
here.
Good combo.
Stay in or go out?
Oh, stay in.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
TV or movie show?
Neither.
TV show or a movie? I read it wrong.
I like a series.
A series.
Okay, it's a TV series.
TV series.
I
yeah.
said TV.
But I struggle to watch any more than like 45 minutes of anything.
Okay. So you can have like
So
little.
Schitt's Creek is good for you.
Yeah. Sitcoms.
David.
David.
One show. I'm a one show at a time kind of guy.
Okay.
No
One
more.
episode. Yeah.
Yeah, one episode.
All right.
He's,
So
he's monogamous.
last question for both of you, and I'm assuming it's separate. But did we already ask this?
I don't know.
First album you ever bought?
His
First album I ever bought
his
was
Counting Crow.
No, actually,
Oh.
That was different,
The first
okay,
album that was
okay.
like, oh my god.
Oh my god.
First album I spent my own money on, and wasn't my dad's Beatles collection.
Yep.
Was "Be Here Now" by by Oasis.
Oh, nice.
It was the first record, and I think Beatle Bum by Blur was on sale for 99p at the same time, so I bought both, and then bought them and went, I don't even have a means to play these CDs. So
But I have them.
Bought a CD player at the same time.
Oh my gosh, it's expensive.
Nice.
Yeah.
Joe, do you remember?
First album I ever got given was by my bro,
Me too, bro. Seriously.
Dave, and he'd been traveling. Around Lake Garda and France, and he came back with the Goo Goo Dolls album.
Dizzy Up the Girl.
Dizzy Up the Girl. That's the one.
Nice.
With the pink, the black and the pink.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
He's like, hey man, I've been traveling for so long.
I had a massive beard, and I was looking at
Man,
it.
It's been years. It was just right here.
Because I was a kid.
Just cheeks were
I
pink
was
as well.
5 years younger than him, and
Right.
like he was like 18. He was so cool in my eyes. Honestly, the coolest guy ever.
I do
And he'd
everything
be
you
like,
do.
oh man, so tough out there. But I bought you. No, he didn't even buy me. He goes, I bought this album and I finished listening to it. And
Now it's yours.
you can listen to it. And I listened to it.
Oh my
He's
God.
doing like the cool
This is
guy
like-
voice
yeah.
for you.
And
yeah.
the reality of it was, I came back and went, hey, do you want to listen to CD, mate?
so funny.
I don't even listen to CDs anymore. Everything's on an MP3 player these days, boys.
I don't even need this.
And I was like, oh my
Now.
God. It was like a holy shrine. I was like,
Whatever you give me is amazing. That's amazing.
and I listened to it all the time. And then
It's a good album, yeah.
And then it's a good album.
That's so weirdly, and there's too much admiration, Joe.
Yeah. Calm
And
down.
then the first album I ever bought, full time.
Full time.
Oh, Joe doesn't actually listen to albums. He commits his entire life to an album. And his first full-time album.
Full time.
It's going so well. This podcast was going so well.
Quick fire out.
Sorry, but what was the album? I'm dying.
What's your full-time album?
Damien Rice.
Damien Rice, oh.
I know
Oh, that's
it.
good. That's,
I mean, that's
So-
good. If you're gonna go full time,
It was
that's the
amazing
one.
album.
Yeah.
I remember our mum had bought us all TVs. Did you know those TVs that had DVD players in the TV?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Tiny,
little guys,
tiny
yeah.
TVs. Tiny TV.
It's pretty strong stuff, this.
No wonder this podcast works.
It always turns into this near the end, yeah.
I think there might be a little too much egg in it.
I'm gonna be moaning on the floor and all fours. Don't worry about it.
Definitely the egg white.
Oh my god.
And I remember it was one of them TVs where if you stuck a CD in there,
A full time CD.
an
Yeah.
all-time CD, but the DVD player would like bounce around. And,
I know exactly what you mean.
do you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
It would bounce
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
And so like if I turned off all the lights, that would be my only.
Oh,
source
it's like a
of
light show.
Oh, cool.
I remember
Yeah.
listening to Damien Rice.
You're like mesmerized.
No, not this. But that would be my.
No, I didn't even really like it.
No, I would like lie back and there'd be like this tiny little light source going around, and then my brother Matt, my younger brother, would walk in. He'd be like, "Are you okay, man? Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, man."
As your
Get into the
tears like
music.
streaming.
The music.
I'm
man.
doing this full time.
I was like, "Are you depressed?" I'm
It's
like,
really funny.
"I don't know.
I don't know what that is.
Probably.
I don't know. Maybe."
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, thank you so much for having us.
Thank you
for
so much
cooking.
for being here.
Oh, my
was
God.
Oh, I
You guys are
love you
awesome.
guys.
Cheers. One last cheers.
Cheers.
Dunwells in London, October 10th with Leslie Pike.
Yay.
Good. You guys are amazing.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers. Thanks to you too,
Bye.
James.
Thanks, James.
Cheers.
Cheers.